be the UFC welterweight champion?
It's a beautiful thing watching men like dedicated to like getting their faces smashed in. I love it.
Get sporty.
Where we talk about the various bets and markets going on in the world of sports. I believe you are a UFC fan. Is that correct? MMA, UFC, that piques your interest of sorts?
Yeah.
There is a market right now on who will be the UFC welterweight champion at the end of 2026. For those that don't know, welterweight is the 170-pound division. So I'm gonna read off the top 4 names on the list, and you can tell me if any of these names ring a bell for you and if you feel confident in any of them being the champion. We have Islam Makhachev, Ian Machado Gary, Michael Morales, and Bilal Muhammad. Those are the top 4 contenders to be the welterweight champion at the end of 2026. Do any of those names ring a bell? Do any of them sound like they could be the champion to you?
My brother's name's Michael, so I like a Michael. I'll go for Michael. He's Michael Morales, right?
Well, if his vending machine success has indicated anything, I wouldn't bet on Michael if it's just all about the name.
I'll be honest, it was one of the only ones I could pronounce. Well, first you said the first guy's name was Islam something?
Islam Makhachev, he's the overwhelming favorite. 67% of the market is betting on him. He's Russian. He's from the Khabib camp. So separate from the name, now let's go nationality. I'll just tell you where they're from, and you can tell me if that matters at all. Okay. So Islam is from Russia. Ian Machado Gary, he's a feisty Irish guy. Michael Morales is Ecuadorian, and Bilal Muhammad is an American from Chicago. So if you just had to bet on who the welterweight champion in UFC will be based on nationality alone, are you going Russia, Ireland, Ecuador, or America?
I feel so conflicted. I am an Irish American. Irish people are really good fighters because they just let themselves get beat up too. Like they don't quit. Like they're just like, I don't need any of these. Like I won't stop. Ooh.
Sure.
I'm not looking at, you're looking at like their percentages in front of you. Are you?
Yeah. So Islam is the overwhelming favorite at 67%, but the feisty Irish guy is second place at 25%. So the market is saying it's either going to be Islam or Ian Machado. So your instinct is probably somewhere in the ballpark there.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Ian.
Okay. You're sticking with the Irish.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what got you into UFC? Were you a fan of UFC on your own, or did you start dating an MMA guy that got you into it?
Yeah, I started dating a guy who liked watching fights, and then I just like there's certain personalities in you, like the Diaz brothers. Some of these guys I just love. I think they're so cool and tough and mean, and I think it's just very cool to watch men who have committed to something, for X amount of time to get into a good enough shape, be resilient and tough enough, brave enough to like get their face beat up. I really respect it. I love watching it. I love watching when they still fight when their faces are all bloody. So yeah, I watched a lot, and then I dated this guy named Gary Tonin for a minute. He was they called him the Lion Tamer, and he was a really good grappler. He was like he could like take down guys like way bigger than him. He got like people to tap all the time. He was really good.
Was he an actual UFC fighter? I mean, I know MMA fighter. Did he ever get an actual UFC fight?
I think he maybe got one.
Okay. Do you have any sense of what weight division he was in? If welterweight is 170, was he bigger, smaller, or around that size?
I feel like he was around that size.
Okay, but he obviously did not make the list of contenders, so I apologize for that. But when you would watch MMA with him, would they try to like mansplain you, or are you starting to understand yourself? Like if you were to watch Islam or Ian Machado or Michael Morales fight, would you actually have a sense of how skilled they are based on your history of dating an MMA fighter and then getting into it on your own?
Well, sure. I think like anybody can tell when somebody's cardio is failing, when somebody's getting gassed at a certain point, or when somebody's striking is just better than the other person's, or that's what I find usually happens. Somebody's either better at hitting or their floor game or whatever it's called is better.
Yes.
So I really like to make it my own. Like I like in the beginning how they put like the skincare on their face, and I just think that's like really sweet how they do that, like Eucerin. And it's also like they're surrounded by their family funny. Like, it's a beautiful thing watching men like dedicated to like getting their faces smashed in. I love
I
it.
love that. Now I could get my wife to watch the fights with me. I'll say, just pay attention to his skincare routine. There's
Tell
something
her
for everyone.
they do a little lymphatic drainage right before, and they're on their way.
I love it. Okay. Well, so I think we've already established that you like Ian Machado Gary, but just for finality's sake on the segment, I'm going to ask, will Islam Makhachev be the welterweight UFC champ by the end of 2026? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, we're sticking with the fighting Irish.
Yeah, dude.
Ian Machado Gary.
Yeah.
All right, well, next up in Get Sporty, another team that I think is near and dear to your heart. We want to talk about MLB. Who will be the MLB World Series champion in 2026? I'm guessing, as a mass whole, that you are a Red Sox fan. Would I be correct in that?
Correct.
Okay. Now, currently, the market has the Red Sox at a 1% chance. If the season ended today, they wouldn't even be in the playoffs. They're currently fourth place in their division. The favorites to win the World Series this year, as of now, according to the market, Dodgers at 29%, Yankees at 13%, and then Brewers, Mariners, and Braves are all in the mix. As a Boston girl, how devastated is the city of Boston when the Red Sox are bad? Or how...
Yeah, because like Fenway in the summer, like just that area, it's just so fun. Everybody's in like good mood. Like Faneuil Hall, like everybody is just always like they still are, but it's a bummer. I'm sure they're kind of bummed out that like we're not even close. And then the options to like root for, like if the Mets were still involved, that'd be fun. But like I hate the Yankees, I hate the Dodgers. The other two teams, I'm like I don't care at all.
So living in New York has done nothing for you and the Yankees. Like, has living in New York for over a decade made you hate the Yankees even more because now you're around obnoxious fans?
Oh, I've been to one Yankee game. I lived here for almost 22 years, and I've been to one Yankee game, and it was like last summer with like my friends, and I wore like a Red Sox shirt. They weren't even playing the Red Sox. I just got yelled at the whole time. I hate it. They're like, "Look, it's like," I'm like, "I don't care. This sucks. I hate everything about this."
Now, are all Bostonians just born to be Red Sox fans? Like, as a birthright, you don't even have a choice. Like in the pantheon of Boston sports, it feels like Red Sox is number one, even above Celtics, Patriots, and Bruins. Am I correct in that? Red Sox kind of run the town from a fanship standpoint?
Yeah, that's correct. And my dad grew up in Dorchester, which is like Southie proper. So like it's just there was no other option. It was just we were a Red Sox fan. Even when I moved to New York, he would come visit me. It's just like Red Sox gear like everywhere. Like what didn't matter what season we were in. Yeah, and then it's almost like when the Patriots are good and like when the Celtics are good, it's almost as like all right, come on, it's too much.
Yes, Boston fans of the Gen Z era don't know the pain of real sports fans. They all young millennials, old Gen Z won way too much early from Boston sports. But is it a hopeful sports city? Like the fact that the Red Sox are completely out of it right now, do you think most Red Sox fans believe the Red Sox still have a chance to get back into it, make the playoffs, and then if they make the playoffs, win the World Series? You're not giving up on them yet? I'm
sure every old guy that like goes to the dive bar like near the stadium is still going and talking about how they're rebuilding and going to come back next year better and win the World Series. Like that's the conversation.
Okay, so then we'll take it away from this year, even though I know some people will still say the Red Sox could make the playoffs and could come back. I'm just going to frame it as this. Will the Red Sox ever get back to being World Series champions, yes or no?
Of course, yes. That's a silly question.
No doubt in your mind.
Oh, they're so good.
All right, well, I hope your father from Dorchester gets to celebrate in the next decade or so.